What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video preview. Today we're going to take a look at Asmus Gandalf the White, and you can pre-order this at bigbadtoystore.com whenever it's available. I would say go with them instead of buying it directly from Asmus. Just take it from my experience. They're a lot better to deal with when it comes to like things and But with that being said, this guy right here is the successor to their Gandalf the Grey, which is the Crown series. I'm guessing this is Crown series as well. Rooted beard, rooted hair, looks good, but this time they upped the ante and put Shadowfax along with the figure. According to their website, this retails for $380. And you might be like, "Hey man, that's kind of high." 380. The in-art version is around $500 if I'm not mistaken, right? Like it's $500. But again, you got to understand this one does have a Shadowfax, which is I would say the cheapest one that I've seen for horses was the Star Ace horse, and that is still around $120. So if you price Shadowfax at a minimum of $100, this comes out to around a $280 figure. Now the difference between this and the Gandalf the Grey is the eyes looks a lot better in here. Is it because they took out, the rolling eye system? I think they did, right? Like I'm looking at their I'm looking at the description right now. It didn't mention anything about rolling eyes, so I am guessing they took that out because with the Gandalf the Grey, it sounds good in theory, but the eye was sunken in so much that you can't even tell, right? So if you can't, you might as well take out that feature and go with the regular eyes. Now this is from some pictures, like in this version right here, like he looks too tanned. He looks like Hulk Hogan. It's crazy. Tailoring is always great when it comes to Asmus. It's a hit or miss on the head sculpt, although I would be like, I know Gandalf has a big nose, but this is a bit excessive in my opinion. I'm a fan of Gandalf the Grey. That was a lot better than I thought it would, but it took a lot of work. I worked on the beard, I worked on the hair. Hopefully they learned their lesson and, won't go from there. Look at this fabric. It looks great. I'm not going to lie. Looks great. Hopefully they worked on those kinks because not everyone has the capacity or the patience to deal with this. Most collectors want them out of the box, at least decent looking. Gandalf the Grey, it's like a hit or miss. You might get lucky that your figure looks great, or it looks completely like shit. So depending on on the mood of that factory worker that is packing up your item. So hopefully they have more consistency in this release. Although in these pictures, it kind of scares me because the pictures, they're up close, it looks great. Then you kind of go far in a different angle, in a different lighting. And one of the complaints before was he's too orange. And in some pictures, and this is their own production pictures, that still looks like the case. Now Shadowfax he looks good. Polystone, and it's a horse though. It's a horse. They took out again the purse, which is until they master it. I think it's a good decision that they need to step back first because there's a lot of issues with the first one. Like the white of the eyes is actually not white, super white, it's gray, so it looks like he doesn't have eyeballs. But in this picture right here, it looks good enough, right? It looks great. The only problem buying this right now is that there's this company called InArt and they have their own Gandalf the Grey. Who's to say that they won't do Gandalf the White? and this is 380, you're gonna be like, all right, he does have Shadowfax, but what if the Gandalf the White of InArt is 400 without a horse? And you might be able to just buy a random horse on eBay or something. I don't know. And the head sculpt is a whole lot better than this. The base I like, but it's nothing special on the base. Not a whole lot of accessories, as you can see. And from afar, from this look, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, definitely having InArt as an option does hurt Asmus, because the person, like, if I'm not gonna get Gandalf the White. I already have Gandalf the Gray. One Gandalf is enough for me. Um, let's say I'm a Gandalf fan. I am gonna be hesitant to pull the trigger on this guy right here until I see the price. There's two things: the price point of InArt and how much difference am I gonna see? Because for sure, InArt's gonna be more expensive. That's already a given. I guess the question is how much better it would be. Because let's say that InArt is $500 and the head sculpt is just undeniable, pretty consistent compared to what we're seeing now. I can forego the horse, and just add 120 with a purse for sure and call it a day. Instead of getting this, yes, you get the horse and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's all about the figure, how it looks like. Like here, when he has his robe, he looks good, but once you take it out, he looks kind of, I don't know, Asmus, inconsistency. They could have been better, and back then, this would have been a hit because people have no option. But now, just be mindful. Don't jump on the gun. I don't think this is gonna sell out. Kind of like that Gandalf the Grey. People like panicked. It's like, oh, there's low batches. I was able to snag mine for pretty cheap, like really dirt cheap. So that's why I didn't even jump on InArt, because it's more than half of what I got it for. So it was an amazing deal. So if you are interested in this, I would say hold off for now. See how the final product turns out. I don't think this is going to sell out, to be quite honest with you. But let me know in the comments how you feel about this look, this figure. Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. Subscribe as well if you want to see more content like this. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.